It is another NAA conference, but this one is strictly geared towards senior leadership on the owner-operator side. It's in Austin, Texas. It's September 26th through the 27th. And I'm just really excited because, one, I have the opportunity to speak, which is amazing. I'm speaking with the Marci French and Kim Hurd, as well as Marci's daughter Elijah, and Alan King. So it's kind of like, one, just amazing to be in this space with these guys. But we're going to be talking about generational leadership, which I think is so important because there's so many generations in the workforce right now. And even myself as a millennial, the way I have to communicate with someone who's Gen X as opposed to Gen Z, as opposed to a boomer, it's difficult. And I think we're all navigating this new space where, like, your boss could be 5 years younger, your boss could be 20 years older, and you could be on a team with people who are, 10 years older, 10 years younger. And that communication and how we continue to do well and thrive is like so important. So if you're not registered for Cultivate, this is not an NAA sponsored podcast, but we should be sponsored, Ty, because you talk about a lot of things NAA. But register, because it's such an experience. It is literally a mastermind meets a retreat. So as tired as we are from Apartmentalized, it's the opposite. You're going to come back rejuvenated and just like filled with knowledge and information and a rested spirit. Because I'm not rested.
That's an amazing lineup that you just gave, from Marci French, which Marci just won.
Marci is the very first Black woman to be elected to the National Apartment Association Education Institute Vice President position. So Marci, Kim Hurd.
You just said Kim Hurd. Kim Hurd is the
current president of the EI board. And if you don't know Kim, she is an ally with a capital A and a badass with a capital B, and we love her. Alan King is a chair for NAA. So I believe he's the incoming chair.
Yes, definitely.
He's the incoming chair. And then
not to interrupt you, but shout out to Alan King, because anytime I see him, sometimes when you get to that chair position, and you will experience this in the future of Ishea, we're going to go ahead and manifest that and put that into these streets today. Sometimes you can seem bigger than life. And he is such a humble person and an amazing person. And so shout out to you, Alan, just for being a regular schmegular person. When we see you, I always appreciate you and look forward to your leadership in this space. And then Elijah, which our space, Marci's daughter, that usually that's what happens to a lot of us. You come into this industry by accident or because of a parent. And Marci has done her job as an amazing mom because she has ushered her daughter into our industry. But that lineup at Cultivate that you're speaking with, I mean, how amazing is that to be in the room with those people along with yourself?
It's always been something that I wanted to do, to speak with Marci. And then when you add Kim and you add Alan and then, Elijah, because she is like the next generation and she's also just killing it at her company. It's like, I was just like, oh my God,